Our planet, this spinning sphere of rock and water, is an open book. Each turn of the page reveals a new chapter, a landscape painted with colors so vibrant they seem to belong to a world of dreams. These are not the works of human hands, but masterpieces patiently sculpted by the forces of nature over millions, even billions, of years. The patient hand of erosion, the explosive power of volcanoes, the slow, grinding force of glaciers, and the persistent caress of wind and water have all conspired to create a gallery of unparalleled beauty. Every natural wonder is a story, a testament to the immense power and delicate artistry of the earth itself. From the thunderous roar of water carving its way through ancient rock to the profound silence of vast white deserts that stretch to the horizon, our journey today is one of discovery. We will travel to emerald green islands that seem to float upon sapphire seas, and stand in awe of mountains that pierce the very clouds. Today's journey will take us through 30 of these masterpieces, each one a unique expression of our planet's creative genius. We will explore canyons that plunge into the Earth's heart and forests that teem with a symphony of life, each location a reminder of the precious wild world that exists beyond our everyday lives. So, settle in and prepare to be transported. Let your imagination wander as we embark on this grand tour of nature's most magnificent creations. These are the places that have inspired poets, challenged explorers, and humbled all who have stood before them. They are the living, breathing art of our world, a collection of wonders that remind us of the profound connection we share with the natural realm. Let us begin our exploration of these 30 breathtaking chapters in the story of our Earth. Here, in the heart of Yunnan province, the mighty Jinsha River, a major tributary of the Yangtze, has spent millennia locked in a titanic struggle with the land. It has carved a chasm so deep and so violent that it seems the very earth has been split asunder. This is the Tiger-Leaping Gorge. The mountains on either side, Haba Snow Mountain and Jade Dragon Snow Mountain, rise to heights of over 5,000 meters, creating one of the deepest and most spectacular river canyons in the world. The roar of the water is not merely a sound, it is a physical force, a vibration that you feel deep in your chest, a constant reminder of the raw, untamable power of nature. Legend tells of a tiger, pursued by a hunter, making an impossible leap across the narrowest point of the gorge, a mere 25 meters to escape. Standing here, amidst the churning whitewater rapids and the sheer vertical cliffs, one can almost believe it. The river, constricted and enraged, boils and thunders, throwing spray high into the air. It is a scene of primal chaos and breathtaking grandeur. Every twist and turn of the trail reveals a new perspective of this dramatic battle between water and rock, a geological spectacle that continues to unfold with every passing moment, a true testament to the relentless forces that shape our world. As darkness still blankets the island of Java, a strange and ethereal glow emanates from the crater of the Kawah Ijen volcano. This is not the familiar orange of molten lava, but a surreal electric blue. Rivers of liquid sulfur, ignited as they meet the air, burn with an otherworldly flame, cascading down the crater walls in a scene that seems to belong to another planet. It is a silent, ghostly fire, a chemical reaction that creates one of the most mesmerizing and unique nocturnal phenomena on Earth. The air is thick with the pungent smell of sulfur, a reminder that this beauty is born from a harsh and dangerous environment. As dawn approaches, the blue flames recede, giving way to a new spectacle. The first light of day reveals a vast, acidic crater lake, its waters a shocking, beautiful shade of turquoise. It is the largest highly acidic lake in the world, a beautiful but deadly body of water. Plumes of sulfurous gas billow from fumaroles, staining the surrounding rock a vibrant yellow. For the local miners who brave these toxic conditions to harvest solidified sulfur, it is a place of hard labor. For the visitor, it is a place of profound, almost mystical beauty, where the sunrise paints the sky in soft pastels, contrasting with the stark alien landscape of the crater floor. Carved by glaciers during the ice ages, Milford Sound is not a sound at all, but a fjord. And it is, without question, one of the most dramatic landscapes on the planet. Here, in New Zealand's Fiordland National Park, sheer cliffs of dark, brooding rock plunge vertically for thousands of feet into the deep, inky waters below. Rain is a constant companion in this part of the world, and with it comes a magical transformation. The cliffs weep with water, giving birth to countless waterfalls, some temporary, some permanent, that cascade down the rock faces like silver threads. Mitre Peak, a truly iconic mountain, dominates the skyline, its distinctive shape rising majestically from the water's edge. To journey through the fjord is to feel utterly dwarfed by the scale of nature. The air is cool and crisp, filled with the sound of water and the cries of seabirds. Seals can be seen basking on the rocks, indifferent to the passing boats. And if you are lucky, a pod of dolphins may join you, their sleek bodies gliding effortlessly through the water. It is a wild, untamed place, where the weather can change in an instant, shifting from bright sunshine to atmospheric mist that shrouds the peaks in mystery. This is the raw, majestic beauty of New Zealand, a place that feels as ancient and as powerful as the forces that created it. Hidden deep within the labyrinthine wilderness of Glen Canyon National Recreation Area lies a secret. This is not a landmark easily reached. There are no paved roads, no signposts, no visitor centers. To witness reflection, Canyon requires effort, a long and arduous journey on foot through the rugged desert terrain of Utah. But the reward is a sight of such perfect, serene beauty that it feels like a private viewing of one of nature's most exclusive masterpieces. The canyon, a graceful S-curve carved by a tributary of the Colorado River, holds the placid, blue-green waters of Lake Powell. The magic happens when the conditions are just right. When the water is high and the air is still, the canyon becomes a flawless mirror. The towering walls of deep red and burnt orange Navajo sandstone are reflected with perfect clarity in the water below, creating a stunning, symmetrical image of impossible beauty. The contrast between the rich, warm tones of the rock and the cool, deep blues of the water is just breathtaking. It is a place of profound silence and solitude, where one can sit for hours and simply watch the slow passage of light as it transforms the colors and shadows, feeling a deep sense of connection to this remote and untouched corner of the American Southwest. At the foot of the world's ninth highest mountain lies a place of enchanting, almost mythical beauty. It is aptly named Fairy Meadows. This lush green plateau is a startling contrast to the stark, formidable peaks that surround it. In the spring and summer, the meadows are carpeted with a vibrant tapestry of wildflowers, their delicate colors a gentle counterpoint to the immense scale of the Himalayas. Here, ponies graze peacefully, and the air is filled with the scent of pine from the surrounding forest. It is a sanctuary of tranquility, a place where time seems to slow down, allowing one to simply be present in the grandeur of the moment. Looming over this idyllic scene is the colossal presence of Nanga Parbat, the Naked Mountain. Its sheer, ice-clad rupal face is one of the highest mountain faces in the world, a staggering wall of rock and ice that rises over 4,600 meters from its base. At sunrise and sunset, the snow-covered peak catches the light, glowing with hues of pink, orange, and gold, a truly awe-inspiring spectacle. Clouds drift and swirl around its summit, sometimes obscuring it completely, adding to its mystique. To witness the serene beauty of the meadows set against the raw, terrifying power of the mountain is to experience a profound sense of nature's duality, its ability to be both gentle and overwhelmingly powerful. Some 3 million years ago, a colossal volcano, perhaps once as tall as Kilimanjaro, erupted and collapsed in on itself. What remains is the Ngorongoro Crater, the world's largest intact and unfilled volcanic caldera. But this is no barren, rocky basin. It is a self-contained world, a veritable Noah's Ark, teeming with an extraordinary concentration of African wildlife. The crater floor, covering some 260 square kilometers, is a mosaic of habitats, open grasslands, acacia woodlands, and shimmering lakes, creating a paradise for the animals that live within its steep protective walls. Descending into the crater is like entering a lost world, a prehistoric Eden where the primal rhythms of nature continue undisturbed. Vast herds of wildebeest and zebra graze on the plains, their sheer numbers a staggering sight. Lions, the apex predators of this kingdom, lounge in the shade, their golden coats blending with the dry grass. In the hippo pools, great bodies jostle for space, while elegant flamingos create a sea of pink on the surface of Lake Magadi. It is one of the few places in Africa where one can see the critically endangered black rhino. Here, the circle of life plays out every day in its most raw and magnificent form, offering a glimpse into what much of Africa must have been like centuries ago. Iceland, the land of fire and ice, is a country blessed with an astonishing number of waterfalls, each with its own unique character. But few offer an experience as magical and immersive as Seljalandsfoss. Fed by the meltwater of the Iguazu glacier volcano, this elegant waterfall drops 60 meters over the cliffs of a former coastline. What makes it truly special, though, is not just its beauty from the front, but the path that leads you behind the curtain of water itself. It's a rare opportunity to see the world from behind a waterfall, a truly multi-sensory experience. Walking the path, you're enveloped in a world of mist and thunder. The sound of the plunging water is deafening, and the fine spray soaks everything. But honestly, the view is simply unforgettable. Looking out through the shimmering, translucent veil of water, the green Icelandic landscape appears transformed, as if viewed through a magical lens. The experience is particularly breathtaking during the long evenings of the Icelandic summer. When the midnight sun hangs low in the sky, its golden light filters through the cascade, setting the water and the mist aglow in a spectacle of ethereal, dreamlike beauty that feels utterly surreal. There are few landscapes on Earth as instantly recognizable, as quintessentially American West, as Monument Valley. Straddling the border of Arizona and Utah, this is not a valley in the conventional sense, but a vast, sweeping desert landscape punctuated by colossal sandstone buttes. These iconic formations, some rising 300 meters from the valley floor, are all that remain of a sandstone plateau that has been eroded by wind and water over millions of years. Their names, the Mittens, Merrick Butte, the Three Sisters, have become part of the lexicon of this legendary place. This is sacred ground for the Navajo Nation, who call it Sebi Nzizkayi, or Valley of the Rocks. For them, it's a place of deep spiritual significance, a living landscape inhabited by the spirits of their ancestors. For the rest of the world, it's the backdrop of countless films, a symbol of adventure, solitude, and the untamed frontier. To drive the dusty road through the valley is to feel as though you've entered a classic western. The play of light and shadow across the red rock is a constantly changing spectacle, especially at sunrise and sunset, when the buttes are set ablaze in fiery shades of crimson and orange against a vast, empty sky. On the border of Zambia and Zimbabwe, the mighty Zambezi River, flowing placidly across a wide, flat plateau, suddenly encounters a chasm. The entire river, over a mile wide, plunges into a transverse gorge over 100 meters deep. The result is a spectacle of such overwhelming power and scale that, honestly, it defies adequate description. This is Victoria Falls. The local Kololo people called it Mosi Oatunya, the smoke that thunders, a name that perfectly captures the essence of this natural wonder. The roar is immense, a deafening crescendo that can be heard from 40 kilometers away. The spray from the falling water rises in a plume that can be seen from even further, creating a constant, localized rain that sustains a lush rainforest on the cliffs opposite the falls. Standing on the edge of the chasm, drenched by the mist, one feels the very ground tremble beneath their feet. It is a humbling, visceral experience of nature's raw force. When the river is at its peak flow, over 500 million cubic meters of water plummet over the edge every minute, and on nights with a full moon, a lunar rainbow, or moonbow, can sometimes be seen in the spray, adding another layer of magic to this already awe-inspiring place. Deep in China's Hunan province lies a landscape so fantastical, it seems to have been plucked from a science fiction film. Indeed, it was the direct inspiration for the floating Hallelujah Mountains in the movie Avatar. This is Zhangjiajie National Forest Park, home to thousands of towering quartz sandstone pillars. These pillars, some over 200 meters high, are the result of physical erosion from ice expansion in winter, and the lush foliage that grows upon them. They don't float, of course, but when the frequent mists roll through the valley, they conceal the bases of the pillars, creating the stunning illusion that these colossal columns are suspended in mid-air. To explore Zhangjiajie is to enter a vertical world, a three-dimensional Chinese landscape painting brought to life. Glass bridges and cliffside walkways offer dizzying perspectives, while the world's tallest outdoor elevator whisks visitors to the top of the pillars for panoramic views. The vegetation is incredibly dense, with trees and shrubs clinging tenaciously to every ledge and crevice, adding to the otherworldly atmosphere. It is a place that blurs the line between reality and fantasy, a geological marvel that demonstrates nature's ability to create structures more imaginative and breathtaking than anything human hands could conceive. Each autumn, a vast wetland on the coast of China undergoes a spectacular and fleeting transformation. This is not a beach of red sand, but a landscape covered by a species of seepweed called Suida salsa. For most of the year, this plant is a conventional green, but as autumn arrives, it matures and turns a deep, vibrant crimson. The result is a stunning, otherworldly landscape, a vast, fiery red carpet that stretches as far as the eye can see, broken only by the winding channels of the Liaohe River Delta. This phenomenon is short-lived, a final, brilliant flourish before the plant withers away in winter, making the sight all the more precious. The Red Beach is part of the largest wetland and reed marsh in the world, a crucial habitat for migratory birds. Against the crimson backdrop, flocks of endangered crown cranes and black-billed gulls create a striking contrast of black and white against red. Wooden walkways have been built out over the marsh, allowing visitors to walk above this dreamlike scene without disturbing the fragile ecosystem. It is a surreal and beautiful spectacle, a reminder of the strange and wonderful ways that life adapts and flourishes in unique environments. Off the southwestern tip of the island nation of Mauritius, a truly astonishing spectacle appears from the air. It looks for all the world like a gigantic waterfall, plunging into the depths of the Indian Ocean. But this is a grand and beautiful illusion. There is no actual waterfall here. What we are seeing is a dramatic interplay of sand and silt, being pulled by powerful ocean currents off the high coastal shelf and down into the much deeper abyssal plain beyond. The different shades of blue in the water, combined with the movement of the sediment, create a powerful three-dimensional effect. This underwater waterfall is a living canvas, constantly shifting and changing with the tides and currents. The island of Mauritius itself is perched on a submarine plateau, or ocean shelf, which is no more than 150 meters deep. But the shelf abruptly ends, and the seafloor plunges to depths of over 4,000 meters. It is this dramatic drop-off, combined with the flow of sand, that creates the illusion. It is a unique geological feature, visible only from above, a powerful reminder that some of our planet's most extraordinary masterpieces are hidden from our everyday view, requiring a change in perspective to be fully appreciated. In the highlands of southwest Bolivia lies a landscape of surreal and blinding beauty. This is Salar de Uyuni, the world's largest salt flat. Spanning over 10,000 square kilometers, it is the remnant of a prehistoric lake that dried up long ago, leaving behind a thick crust of salt. During the dry season, it is a vast, seemingly infinite expanse of white hexagonal tiles of salt, stretching to a perfectly flat horizon. The sheer scale and emptiness are, honestly, pretty disorienting, creating a sense of being on another planet. But it is during the rainy season that the salt flat performs its greatest magic. A thin layer of water covers the surface, transforming it into the world's largest natural mirror. The boundary between earth and sky just dissolves. The clouds, the mountains on the distant shore, and the vibrant colors of the sunset are all reflected with breathtaking perfection. To stand in the middle of this mirror world is an utterly surreal experience, a feeling of walking on the sky itself. At night, the stars above are mirrored below, creating the illusion of floating in a galaxy, a profound and humbling connection to the cosmos. Scattered like jewels across the turquoise expanse of the Indian Ocean, the islands of the Seychelles archipelago are the very definition of a tropical paradise. These are some of the only granitic mid-ocean islands in the world, remnants of the ancient supercontinent of Gondwana. This unique geology has given rise to beaches of almost impossible beauty. Powdery white sand, honestly softer than silk, is lapped by gentle, crystal-clear water. But it is the boulders that make these islands so iconic. Giant, weathered granite boulders, smoothed by millennia of wind and waves, are strewn across the beaches and shorelines, creating a dramatic and primeval landscape. Anne's Source d'Argent, on the island of La Digue, is perhaps the most famous of these beaches, often cited as the most beautiful in the world. Here, the combination of white sand, turquoise water, and monumental granite formations creates a scene of breathtaking artistry. Beyond the beaches, lush tropical forests rise into misty hills, home to unique species of flora and fauna, such as the giant Aldabra tortoise and the rare Coco de Mer palm. To visit the Seychelles is to feel a profound sense of escape, to step into a world where nature's beauty is on display in its most pure and perfect form. In the heart of the Namib Desert, which is one of the oldest and driest deserts in the world, lies a place of stark, surreal, and haunting beauty. This is Deadvlei, the Dead Marsh. It is a white clay pan, surrounded by some of the highest sand dunes on Earth. Colossal mountains of sand whose crests have been burnished to a deep, rusty orange by centuries of sun. The contrast between the bleached white of the pan floor, the fiery orange of the dunes, and the deep, cloudless blue of the desert sky is, honestly, like an artist's palette of impossible vibrancy. What makes this scene truly unforgettable are the trees. Scattered across the pan are the skeletal remains of camel thorn trees, estimated to be around 900 years old. They grew here when the Seychelles River once flowed into the pan, creating a life-giving oasis. But the climate changed. The river was cut off by the shifting dunes, and the trees died. The air is so dry that they have not decomposed. Instead, they have been scorched black by the intense sun. They stand today as dark, twisted sculptures, frozen in time, a poignant and beautiful testament to the power of climate change and the relentless, unforgiving nature of the desert. In the Gulf of Tonkin in northeastern Vietnam, a seascape of ethereal beauty unfolds. This is Halong Bay, a UNESCO World Heritage Site, where thousands of limestone karsts and isles, in various shapes and sizes, rise dramatically from the emerald green waters. The name Halong means descending dragon, and local legend tells that the islands were formed by a great dragon who descended from the heavens to protect Vietnam from invaders. The dragon spat out jewels and jade, which became the islands, linking together to form a great wall. To sail through Halong Bay is to drift through a mythical world. The limestone pillars have been eroded by 500 million years of tropical climate, creating a maze of arches, caves, and secluded coves. Many of the islands are hollow, with enormous grottos waiting to be explored, their interiors filled with fantastical stalactites and stalagmites. Fishing villages float on the calm waters, their inhabitants living a life inextricably linked to the bay. The scene is often shrouded in a delicate mist, which enhances the sense of mystery and timelessness, making it feel as if you are navigating through a traditional silk painting come to life. There are few places on Earth that so powerfully demonstrate the sheer scale of geological time as the Grand Canyon. Located in Arizona, this is not just a canyon. It is a vast chasm, 446 kilometers long, up to 29 kilometers wide, and over a mile deep, carved by the relentless power of the Colorado River over millions of years. To stand on its rim is to be confronted with a view of such immense scale and complexity that it can be difficult for the mind to comprehend. The canyon is a cross-section of Earth's history, a library of geological time. The layers of rock visible in the canyon walls tell a story that stretches back nearly 2 billion years. Each layer of sandstone, limestone, and shale has a different color and texture, creating a stunning palette of red, orange, purple, and brown that changes dramatically with the angle of the sun. At sunrise and sunset, the canyon is filled with a soft, glowing light, and the shadows stretch and deepen, accentuating the incredible topography. It is a place that inspires awe and humility, a powerful reminder of our own fleeting existence when measured against the patient, immense timescale of our planet's history. At the point where Venezuela, Brazil, and Guyana meet, a colossal tabletop mountain, or tepui, rises abruptly from the surrounding rainforest. This is Mount Roraima. Its sheer, 400-meter-tall cliffs guard a vast, flat summit that spans 31 square kilometers. For centuries, this mysterious cloud-shrouded world was thought to be inaccessible, inspiring Sir Arthur Conan Doyle's adventure novel, The Lost World. It is a world apart, a biological island in the sky that has been isolated for millions of years. The summit of Roraima is unlike any other place on Earth. It is a bizarre and beautiful landscape of black weathered sandstone, sculpted by wind and rain into fantastical shapes. Strange rock formations resemble mushrooms, animals, and faces. The climate here is cool and damp, and water is everywhere, trickling over the black rock and collecting in pools. Because of its extreme isolation, a significant portion of the flora and fauna found on the summit is unique to Roraima, including several species of carnivorous pitcher plants. To stand on top of this ancient mountain is to feel as if you have stepped back in time. to a primeval world of mist, rock, and strange, wonderful life. Off the coast of Queensland in Australia lies the largest living structure on Earth, a creation so vast it is visible from space. This is the Great Barrier Reef. Composed of over 2,900 individual reefs and 900 islands, it stretches for over 2,300 kilometers. It's not a single entity, but a complex and vibrant ecosystem built by billions of tiny organisms known as coral polyps. Over millennia, their collective efforts have created a world of breathtaking complexity and color, a bustling metropolis of marine life. To dip beneath the surface is to enter a world of wonder. An explosion of life and color greets the eye. Corals of every imaginable shape and hue, branching, plate-like, brain-like, form intricate underwater gardens. An astonishing diversity of fish, from tiny iridescent damsels to majestic manta rays and gentle sea turtles, dart and glide through the water. Sharks patrol the reef's edge, and giant clams rest on the seafloor. The Great Barrier Reef is one of the most biodiverse places on our planet. A delicate and precious underwater wilderness that is now facing unprecedented threats from our changing climate. It's a treasure we must strive to protect. On Navajo land in Arizona, the forces of water and time have sculpted a masterpiece of abstract art. Antelope Canyon is a slot canyon, a narrow chasm carved by flash floods that have eroded the Navajo sandstone. From the outside, it appears as little more than a crack in the desert floor. But to descend into its depths is to enter a subterranean world of flowing shapes, graceful curves, and mesmerizing light. The canyon is a winding, narrow passageway, in some places barely wide enough for a person to pass through. The true magic of Antelope Canyon is the play of light. Sunlight filters down from the narrow opening above, striking the smooth, sculpted walls of the canyon. As the sun moves across the sky, the light changes, creating a constantly shifting display of color. The sandstone glows with fiery oranges, deep reds, and soft purples. The most famous sight is the light beams, which occur during the summer months when the sun is high overhead. Shafts of pure concentrated light pierce the darkness of the canyon, illuminating the dust in the air and creating an ethereal, almost spiritual atmosphere. In the mountainous heart of Croatia lies a watery paradise, a landscape that seems to have been painted with an artist's brush. Plitvice Lakes National Park is a chain of 16 terraced lakes, linked together by a series of spectacular waterfalls and cascades. The water flows from one lake to the next, tumbling over natural dams of travertine, a type of limestone deposited by the mineral-rich water. This process of travertine formation is ongoing, meaning the landscape is constantly, albeit slowly, changing. What is most striking about the lakes is their color. The water is a mesmerizing spectrum of blues and greens, from azure and turquoise to deep emerald, and its clarity is just exceptional. The colors change constantly, depending on the mineral content, the angle of the sunlight, and the organisms in the water. A network of wooden footbridges and pathways winds its way through the park, allowing visitors to walk just above the surface of the water through a lush forest of beech, fir, and spruce. It's a place of serene beauty, where the sound of running water is a constant companion, a symphony of nature in its most tranquil and beautiful form. Rising from the plains of Honshu Island, southeast of Tokyo, is a mountain of almost perfect symmetry. Mount Fuji, or Fujisan as it is respectfully known, is Japan's highest peak and an active stratovolcano. Its elegant conical form, snow-capped for several months of the year, has become one of the most enduring symbols of Japan. For centuries, it has been a subject of reverence and artistic inspiration, immortalized in countless poems, paintings, and woodblock prints, most famously by the artist Hokusai. Fujisan is considered one of Japan's 3 holy mountains, and it has been a sacred site for pilgrimage for centuries. Each summer, thousands of climbers make the ascent to witness the sunrise from its summit, a practice known as Goraiko. But honestly, one does not need to climb Fuji to appreciate its beauty. The view of the mountain from the surrounding lakes, such as Lake Kawaguchiko, is breathtaking, especially on a clear day when its perfect form is reflected in the still water. Whether shrouded in mist or standing stark against a clear blue sky, Mount Fuji possesses a serene and majestic presence that has captivated the hearts and minds of people for generations. In the heart of the Canadian Rockies lies Canada's oldest national park, a vast wilderness of breathtaking mountain scenery. Banff National Park is a land of superlatives. Jagged, snow-capped peaks pierce the sky, vast glaciers cling to their slopes, and pristine forests stretch for as far as the eye can see. But perhaps, the park's most famous features are its lakes. Fed by glacial meltwater, the lakes of Banff possess a color that seems almost unnatural in its brilliance. Lake Louise and Moraine Lake are the most famous. Their waters a stunning, opaque turquoise. The color is caused by fine rock flour, particles of silt ground from the bedrock by the glaciers, which remain suspended in the water and refract the sunlight. The result is a liquid jewel, set against the dramatic backdrop of towering mountains and dark green forests. The park is also a sanctuary for wildlife. Grizzly bears, black bears, elk, and bighorn sheep roam the valleys and slopes. To drive the Icefields Parkway, which links Banff to Jasper National Park, is to take one of the most scenic journeys on Earth, with every turn revealing a new, awe-inspiring vista of raw, untamed wilderness. In southwestern Turkey, a hillside has been transformed into a surreal, snow-white wonderland. This is Pamukkale, which translates to Cotton Castle in Turkish. The name is perfectly fitting. A series of terraced basins, or travertines, filled with warm, mineral-rich water, cascade down the hillside, looking for all the world like a frozen waterfall or a castle made of cotton. This extraordinary landscape has been created over millennia by hot springs, which bring calcium carbonate-rich water to the surface. As the water cools, the calcium carbonate is deposited as a soft, gel-like travertine, which eventually hardens into a brilliant white rock. For thousands of years, people have come to bathe in these thermal pools, which were the heart of the ancient Greco-Roman and Byzantine city of Hierapolis, whose impressive ruins lie at the top of the hill. To walk barefoot on the terraces, which is required to protect the delicate formations, is a unique sensory experience, the warm water flowing over your feet as you take in the otherworldly view. At sunset, the white travertines reflect the colors of the sky, glowing with soft pinks and oranges, creating a scene of truly magical beauty. In the heart of the mighty Himalayas, on the border of Nepal and Tibet, rises the highest point on the surface of our planet. This is Mount Everest, known as Sagarmatha in Nepali and Chomolungma in Tibetan, the goddess mother of the world. At 8,848 meters, its summit reaches into the jet stream, a place where the air is desperately thin and the weather is extreme and unforgiving. It is the ultimate challenge for mountaineers, a place that has captured the human imagination like no other, a symbol of both supreme achievement and profound tragedy. For most of us, the summit is an unattainable dream, but the region around Everest offers some of the most spectacular mountain scenery on Earth. The trek to Everest Base Camp is a journey through the culture of the Sherpa people, past remote monasteries, and through valleys flanked by some of the world's most beautiful and formidable peaks. The mountain itself is a colossal pyramid of dark rock and brilliant ice, its iconic summit plume often visible, a banner of snow being blown from the peak by high-speed winds. It is a place of awesome, terrifying beauty, a powerful reminder of the raw power of nature and the enduring spirit of human adventure. On the border of Argentina and Brazil, a river confronts a precipice, and the result is arguably the most magnificent waterfall system in the world. Iguazu Falls is a collection of about 275 individual waterfalls, stretching for nearly 3 kilometers along the Iguazu River. While Victoria Falls is a single vast curtain of water, and Niagara is known for its volume, Iguazu is a breathtaking panoramic spectacle, a vast multi-tiered complex of cascades surrounded by lush subtropical rainforest. The centerpiece of the falls is a U-shaped chasm known as the Garganta del Diablo, or Devil's Throat. Here, half of the river's entire flow plunges with unimaginable force into the abyss below, creating a permanent, towering cloud of mist and a deafening, thunderous roar. Walkways on both the Argentinian and Brazilian sides allow visitors to get incredibly close to the action, to feel the spray on their faces and the thunderous vibration in their chests. The surrounding rainforest is a national park, home to toucans, coatis, and thousands of butterflies. It is a place of overwhelming sensory experience, a display of nature's power and beauty on an almost incomprehensible scale. In the high latitudes of our planet, on long, cold, and clear winter nights, the sky can come alive with a celestial ballet of light. This is the Aurora Borealis, or the Northern Lights. It is a phenomenon that has inspired awe and wonder in humankind for millennia, giving rise to countless myths and legends. This ghostly, ethereal light show is not magic, but science. It is caused by charged particles from the sun, carried on the solar wind, colliding with atoms in the Earth's upper atmosphere. The collisions excite the atoms, causing them to glow. The colors of the aurora depend on which atoms are being excited and at what altitude. The most common color is a vibrant, ghostly green, caused by collisions with oxygen molecules at lower altitudes. Pinks, purples, and reds can also appear, creating a breathtaking palette of light. The aurora is not static. It moves, it shifts, it dances. It can appear as a gentle, shimmering curtain, a pulsating arc across the sky, or a dramatic, fast-moving corona that seems to explode from a single point. To stand beneath this silent, luminous spectacle is a profoundly humbling and unforgettable experience, a direct connection to the vast and dynamic forces of our solar system. Spanning 9 countries in South America, the Amazon is not just a forest. It's honestly a world unto itself. It's the largest and most biodiverse tropical rainforest on Earth, covering an area so vast, it's kind of difficult to even comprehend. The mighty Amazon River, which is really the lifeblood of this immense ecosystem, snakes its way through the dense jungle, and its tributaries form a complex network of waterways. This place is often called the lungs of our planet, serving as a vital engine of life that produces a significant portion of the world's oxygen, and plays a crucial role in regulating our global climate. The sheer diversity of life here is just staggering. It's estimated that the Amazon is home to 10% of all known species on Earth. Millions of species of insects, tens of thousands of plant species, and thousands of species of birds and fish all call this forest home. From the silent jaguar that stalks the forest floor, to the brightly colored macaws screeching from the canopy, and the elusive pink river dolphins swimming in its waters, the Amazon is really a symphony of life. It's a place of mystery, immense beauty, and critical importance to the health of our planet. A precious and fragile wilderness that is facing, sadly, unprecedented threats. Off the coast of Belize, right in the center of Lighthouse Reef, lies a near-perfect circle of deep dark blue set against the shallow turquoise waters of the Caribbean Sea. This is the Great Blue Hole, a giant marine sinkhole that stands as one of the most intriguing and mysterious geological formations on our planet. From the air, it honestly looks like a giant pupil, just staring up from the ocean's depths. It's over 300 meters across and 124 meters deep, and it was formed during several episodes of glaciation when sea levels were much lower. It was once a dry limestone cave system, but as the oceans rose, the cave flooded and its roof collapsed. For scuba divers, the Great Blue Hole is a bucket list destination, a descent into another world. The initial drop-off is a sheer vertical wall, and as divers go deeper into the darkness, the water becomes incredibly clear, and the walls of the hole slowly reveal their secrets. At a depth of around 30 meters, massive stalactites, some over 12 meters long, hang from the ceilings of what were once dry caverns. These ancient formations, preserved in the still, anoxic water, are a ghostly reminder of the hole's terrestrial past. It's a journey back in time, really, a dive into the geological history of our planet. There are, higher mountains in the Alps, but none are as iconic, as instantly recognizable, as the Matterhorn. Straddling the border between Switzerland and Italy, its dramatic, pyramid-like shape has made it the archetypal mountain, the image that comes to mind when we think of the Alps. It's not a gentle giant, but a sharp, jagged peak that stands in splendid isolation, its 4 steep faces perfectly aligned with the cardinal points of the compass. Its formidable appearance made it one of the last great alpine peaks to be climbed, with its first ascent in 1865 marking both a triumph and a tragedy that has become part of mountaineering legend. Today, it continues to draw climbers and sightseers from all around the world. The charming car-free village of Zermatt, nestled at its base, offers just spectacular views of the peak. At sunrise, the first rays of light catch the very tip of the mountain, setting it ablaze with a fiery orange glow, a phenomenon called alpenglow. while the valley below is still in shadow. Whether viewed from the Ngorongoro Railway, reflected in the still waters of the Plitvice Lake, or seen up close by those brave enough to attempt its ascent, the Matterhorn possesses a magnetic and majestic beauty that really embodies the timeless allure of the high mountains. And so, our journey through 30 of nature's most extraordinary masterpieces comes to a close. We've stood in the midst of thundering waterfalls, gazed into the heart of ancient canyons, and floated on waters that mirror the heavens. We've witnessed the slow, patient artistry of erosion and the sudden, violent power of volcanoes. Each of these wonders, from the highest peak to the deepest ocean trench, tells a story of time, of force, and of the incredible, resilient power of life. They're not merely beautiful places, they're the very fabric of our world, the pillars that support the rich tapestry of life on Earth. These 30 chapters are, honestly, just a brief glimpse into the immense book of nature. Countless other wonders await discovery, in the deepest jungles, the most remote deserts, and the uncharted depths of our oceans. These places serve as a powerful and humbling reminder of a world that exists beyond our own creations, a world that is wild, precious, and profoundly beautiful. They inspire in us a sense of awe, a feeling of connection to something far greater than ourselves, and a deep responsibility to protect and preserve these irreplaceable treasures for the generations that will follow us. Let the memory of these landscapes stay with you. Let the image of a dancing aurora, a mirrored salt flat, or a mountain touching the clouds be a source of wonder in your daily life. For in appreciating the beauty of our planet, we foster a deeper love for it. And it's this love that will ultimately be our greatest guide in ensuring that these natural masterpieces, and the countless others like them, continue to inspire and awe humanity for millennia to come. The world is full of wonder. We need only to look.